Yes, Art here, and today we're going to be continuing the coverage of the Commander Revamp 2v2 tournament. Solo casting this one from a replay from the other side of the bracket that we did live on stream. So we have the Finnish Pride team, TüMe as the Brits, and this is Talisman, GCS2 winner, as the Soviets. Facing off against them is the Polish team, Reto. I believe this is Captain Price and somebody else. I'm not sure who. Yes. Both of them playing as OKW. We've got Elite Armor only on one. And split between Elite Armor and Overwatch with the other. So yeah, this is from the quarterfinals of the tournament. This is a best of 3 series. Matches before the quarterfinals were best of 1s, just because otherwise the tournament was going to go on too long. So this is a best of 3. And looks like Talisman going for the M3. Good option against double OKW. No Faust early on. Quite strong on this map as well. It's like a decent size, good enough size to be able to use M3 effectively, whereas like something like crossing in the woods is a lot harder to use the M3 on because they can just like blob the units on one side of the map and fight off with just the blob quite effectively. Also seeing a universal carrier from TüMe. Just trying to put some pressure on the Stern Pioneers there. Looks like the Stern Pioneers did rush for these houses, trying to maintain control of them. Because OKW can struggle against houses before they get the incendiary grenade out. Now I've got Penal in the scout car. Gonna try fight against these two Fox Grenadiers here. Oh, he overcommits a little bit, and now we've got some sandbags boxing it in. But sandbags overwhelmed here by the firepower of the M3 with the Penal. Now Talisman playing it safe here because the squad didn't retreat. He's like, oh, maybe I'm getting flanked, and he was actually by the Stern Pioneers, so he played it cautiously, pulled it back, dismounted with his Penal to bring that into the fight, and now he can back that away. There's like no chance of a flank destroying the M3 there. Very conservative and sound play by Talisman, as you would expect from him. Exactly how he won GCS2. Spoilers for those of you who haven't watched it, but I mean, come on, we're nearly a month past that now. Or we are a month past it. Manages to get control of the garrison here. Going for a 3 Penal build. Double Stern Pioneers here from RedBjarne. Flame pops right at the nick of time, and he's forcing away that squad there. Meanwhile, in the south, TüMe pretty much locking this down. I mean, aren't that many units over here, as a couple went to middle for dzokonda. Dzokonda. Now he's starting to send a bit more there. Now that he's got a Raketin to actually fight off the universal carrier. It's going back down there, so that's some good play. Oh, and the mine destroys the M3. It's actually decrewed right there, and this is a huge amount of firepower. He could lose his Penal here. Late retreat. Oh, switches targets over to the engineers. Trying to do a little bit of body blocking, but doesn't quite get it off. They should get away just fine because of it. Got a pretty good diffusal of the threat there of the M3. The mine takes care of it. And down here, also pretty good play by dzokonda, you know. Even fighting against the M3, it was like 2 squads against the M3. So it's not like lots of lone squads got forced off. And once he had the Raketin, brings it down here to be able to fight off the universal carrier as well. So a very sound play by both teams so far. But knocking out their M3, big deal. And now on the back of that, RedBjarne putting a battle group out on a forward position. You don't see that too often these days, but I actually faced Lemon doing this in like a patch match myself on this exact same map, but over here, and it was very tough to dislodge. So we'll see how Talisman and TüMe get on. Obviously Talisman's a lot better than I am. He has gone for NKVD, by the way. So I don't think he picked this straight away. So I don't think he had radio inset right from the get-go, but he's got it now. On the other side of the bracket, we did see Urban Defense being a bit more popular thanks to the KV2. But this one still has the IL2 Sterovics, which are pretty strong. Nice ambush there by dzokonda, getting around the side of there, enough to get the incendiary grenade in. Force that out of the garrison. Both teams kind of just trying to ambush each other around the corner. Universal carry coming into the middle, got to be careful. Uh-oh, overcommitted a little bit. Gonna take a Faust, good reactions by dzokonda, but will he get... No, the Faust hits the shot blocker instead. Raketen shot did land, but if that Faust had landed too, that would have been dead. Lucky escape there for TüMe. Now Talisman going for the Commissar. Don't think we got to see any Commissar on the outside of the bracket, so that's nice to see. Let's have this Talisman's going to try and make use of these new abilities. I'm not sure how well practiced he is. Oh, 2 mines here, but he avoids them. When going for a strategy like this, of course, you don't have access to guards, so you're probably going to have to upgrade probably at least 2 of your squads, penal squads, with PTRSs just to suit the anti-tank duties. So getting a squad of a Commissar squad isn't a bad idea, because it does give you similar anti-infantry to a penal, whilst giving you all those access to the abilities. Speaking of PTRSs, there they are. TüMe has to back away. But this is looking dangerous. We've got a pretty big force here for RedBjarne waiting to flank. Comes the AEC though. Oh, and this cover is finally getting destroyed. Squad gets suppressed, trying to crawl out of the arc of the machine gun. Oh, but he gets pinned. I don't even notice that that's a second Vickers down here trying to do a bit of suppression. Universal carries back up to full, ready to do some damage to his infantry. Knows that Puma's on the outside of the map at the moment, so that's why he's getting aggressive. Looks like this penal's in jeopardy though. Didn't even hit that mine, just a late retreat on that, but it's going to get away. Uh-oh, this could be trouble. AEC's going to take a Faust Raketen right there, ready to pounce. Oh, and he used forced retreat on this instead of the Raketen. Oh, and the AEC goes down. Nice ambush there from the Raketen and the camouflage. And that's a big deal, because now this Puma... There's no threat on this left-hand side. We've actually got some recovery engineers fielded as well from TüMe, from this commander. Remember, this commander can airdrop in an AT gun for Soviet Tier 1. Used to be a very popular strategy back in the day. So it's, I imagine that's what these two are going for. Soviet Tier 1 plus the airdropped AT gun and machine gun and whatnot. to bolster the Soviets. Guys have drained quite a lot of VPs already though. Got a tier 4 up on the fuel up here in the north, so no more harassment of that for Talisman. Hear the something spinning around in that wreck. Comes the Wasp. Very quick reactions there from dzokonda. T70 on the field now for Talisman. A little bit late, but it's out here doing some damage. The kittens are nearby though. Oh, and there is a 6-pounder. He actually went for the looks still. After the TüMe, that's interesting. Missile carrier does get out of there. Close call though. This is a pretty tense match right now. Did dzokonda lose a squad of Volkswagens? Yes, he did. Did I miss that? I might have missed that. Oh, satchel going in. Ooh, decent reactions. The building doesn't actually quite get flattened, or it's kind of outside the building. If he threw it a bit deeper, probably would have got destroyed for sure, but not so. Commissar has been pretty decent so far for Talisman. Did use a forced retreat at one point. Oh, he's throwing a grenade. Oh, that was almost a wipe. T70 doesn't want to poke its head around the corner though and risk getting destroyed just to get the wipe, so playing it safe. 5-man upgrade from TüMe as well. Worth mentioning, it's going to delay any kind of medium armor. Goes the incendiary grenade. Oh, late reaction from Talisman. He might lose that. Not sure what else he's doing. Oh, he gets out of there just in the nick of time. T70 being a little bit bold here because he's got the AT gun right there as support. Dropping in the air resupply operation now. Oh! Oh! Uh-oh! This pounder taking some damage there. Doesn't quite get the shot off on the looks as well, so that's unfortunate. Doesn't have any medic Tommies next to it either, so can't heal it up right now. T70, uh-oh. Uh-oh. TüMe right there. Raketen camouflage right next to him. T70 could go down here. Got the PTRS penals right there. Can he get a sticky satchel off? I think he will. And that's going to be the TüMe going down in return. And abandoned too. X is still doing a pretty good job on the VPs though. Staying aggressive. Walking Stuka now for dzokonda, so probably not going to see what observation post thanks to that walking Stuka. And it goes. Looks like it's targeting this building with a machine gun inside. Going for a lengthways barrage, hoping to get the AT gun as well. But it does end up doing less damage to the machine gun inside. Commissar now up to Vet 2. He's got the bonus model. Oh god, that was a huge shot from the P4. Oh! Now the ISG as well. Looks like the AT gun has finally been crewed by Talisman though, so it's going to provide him a little bit more firepower against this Panzer IV. One. Oh yeah, if he sticks around to try to kill that machine gun, could end up losing it all right there. But still, this is like classic double OKW strategies. One player goes for the battle group, the other player goes for mechanized, double light vehicles, TüMe and looks, into walking Stuka. The other one going for a fast Panzer IV. The usual follow-up to this will be the Command Panther, but obviously that's not available from this commander. So we're probably going to see the Sturm Tiger instead, if I had to guess. Another cool vehicle. Maybe with extra load of healing in the base, I'm not sure.
Medical supplies and weapons ready to airdrop along our front line. Little bastards. Flares can be fired to mark wrecked vehicles for recovery by engineering teams.
Either way, the Allies are actually struggling to hold on to these VPs, this forward base, providing some good map control for the Axis. And Talisman calling in the IL-2s now. You have the Schwer all the way over here, so probably not going to be able to shoot them down too effectively from that position. I need to use attack ground, I think, to fire through that hedgerow. There he goes. Bounces though. Tier 4 is up for Talisman. Fighting against a forward base like this, you're probably going to need to go straight for the Katyusha. Oops, one of those rockets hit the base. Because otherwise you just can't punish this kind of play effectively enough, and in the meantime you just have to rely on your anti-tank guns to keep the tanks at bay. Because look at this. This is just ripe for a Katyusha. You want to get it out as soon as possible, start the process to vet it up to Vet 2 when it gets its cooldown bonus as quickly as possible. That's how it goes in these team games, but Talisman not doing that, going for the SU-85. Now this could pay off for them if they manage to take down the enemy's vehicles like the Panzer IV and the Lux, but if they don't, the Katyusha is definitely the stronger play. Cromwell on the field as well for TüMe. 6-pounder doing some good damage to the Panzer IV. Cromwell's there as well. Doesn't have the commander upgrade yet. There it goes. Push is halted. This penal squad not quite in the capturing circle here. I guess they tried to take cover around this. Slight error. Talisman's on top of it. SU-85 now working its way onto the field, gonna try to punish this Panzer IV here. Oh, Panzer IV overcommits at just the wrong time. Both shots penetrate, Panzer IV could go down. And there it goes, nice pickup for the Allies. Walking Stuka coming in, quick reactions, getting the machine gun out. Oh, not actually going for that. Going for these units in the front lines here, doesn't get them either. Looks like TüMe's kind of made a little bit of a sandbag fortress down there. Oh! 385 long range shot. Misses but detonates a shoe mine there. Damaging the engine anyway. And on the back of that Panzer IV going down, the Allies do seem to have a strong position now. Can use those recovery engineers to salvage that wreck if he gets the chance. This one too, actually. I'm surprised he hasn't salvaged that. I'd have forgotten about it.
Supply line's been cut. Our capture
Be
point.
careful with this Cromwell rocketting right there. Oh, he didn't go for the Faust, he retreated instead. He was the threat of the crush looming, but kind of surprised.
Units can now use
Talisman calling in another IL-2 run now. But this is the last of his munitions. Especially with the Axis now starting to harass the munitions point. So they've got to make full use of this ability, otherwise there's not going to be another one next time. Jagdpanzer for RedBjarne this time. Thing is, because Talisman had to get a... Oh, he's only got one PTRS squad. Okay, he's done a pretty good job. But he had 2 PTRS penals, but he's actually only got 1. So his infantry should be pretty strong. Even against these STG folks.
300 points stand between us and defeat.
It's one thing, what happened to that machine gun? The Vickers that was here, did that get stolen? I'm not sure, because Talisman could really do with the machine gun to stop these OKW forces pushing in. OKW tech going up, will this be spotted by TüMe? Might be. Looks like he is spotting it. There is a machine gun stopping that squad, but this squad should be able to do some big damage on it. Is it enough to cancel it though? I'm not sure. It's going to be a close call. The squad gets pinned now. He's targeting them with the walking Stuka. Gets in there for a push as well. The tech structure goes up, but it's on it like a pixel of health. One shot from a tank will finish it off here. Jagdpanzer in deep against the Cromwell, and he knocks it out of control. S-285 coming over here. There are 2 Raketens right there. Oh, but the AT guns get it. But now they're in danger of going down. The incendiary rounds just knocking them out on the negative cover. Okay, so 1 AT gun's out there. Fresh Cromwell now. As long as he stops this 6-pound from being stolen, he's at a good position here, knocking out that tech structure. Katyusha targeting the middle. I suppose it's not going a little bit deeper, because look at how many units are right there. How many kills did he get? Only 1 kill with that first Katyusha barrage. It's unfortunate.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
It's time to get some overs going now. ISGs are like in such a good position here to just shoot at the middle. Wasp doing some big damage here. Now it's in a little bit of trouble. Needs to keep reversing down the road if he wants to outrun these 2 squads. And I've got a little bit off the road there. Not fast enough without the road speed bonus. Double vetted up penals here, fighting the Obers. Obers, they kind of need to just fight this fight. Try to get themselves up to vet 2. And it's actually a quite safe fight there, because, you know, it's not being shot at by a tank or something, risk losing the whole squad to 1 shot. Oh, machine gun goes down for TüMe. Oh, but now he can't steal it because of that mine. It's a 3-man squad. He would have lost the whole squad if he tried to. Cromwell's there as well. Stops the looks from destroying it. There are 2 Raketans creeping up. This could be trouble for the Cromwell. Oh, he backs it away. Predictably. Another Katyusha barrage. This time going after the base. Targeting the LEIG. But it looks like Jagdpanzer wants to sneak around the side and get the kill on it. Runs into the Su-85 and the AT gun. Uh-oh, Jagdpanzer in big trouble here. Oh, but the AT gun bounces and the Jagdpanzer gets the kill. Oh, that's very unfortunate for Talisman. If that AT gun didn't bounce that shot, Su-85 probably would have got away alive there. Ooh, that's a big walking Stuka barrage. Does some good damage. But yeah, they really need some suppression to stop this blob coming in from RedBjarne. Picks up the medical supplies. I think these provide healing even when in combat. Fuel cache in trouble for TüMe here. There it goes. Just these first 2 Katyusha barrages just haven't had any impact. Only 2 kills in the first 2 barrages, even when there's so many blobs on the field. Unfortunate for Talisman. Really need to have impact with those first 2 barrages. So it could be infantry swarming. And the stolen AT gun causing some headaches here. T-34 has to pull back. Oh yeah, this is prime for the overs. Looks like Talisman just trying to get them to focus fire on that squad behind the cover. So that's very well played by Talisman. Oh yeah, perfectly played. Got the overs to shoot that squad behind the cover as he closed in with the other squad, then moved that squad in when the overs switched to focus fire that squad. Perfectly played with the engagement, but this is a treacherous retreat path. Negative cover right here. Could do a little bit of body blocking too. It's going to be close. Okay, he does a Katyusha barrage to stop the chase. But once again, I think he only got 1 model there. These Katyusha barrages not having enough impacts. Oh! Walking Stuka in trouble. Trying to outmaneuver the Raketan. Fresh HQ in the background though. Take down this Raketan, that's actually really good for him. Looks like he's going for the straight HQ kill, but there's another AT gun in the background. And the walking Stuka's coming in too. Gonna be targeting the AT gun, I imagine. Doesn't quite get the kill on it. And down goes another forward flak base there. Good push from TüMe, but they'll suffer some losses in return. The Axis are swarming the map. Allies struggling to maintain control. Fresh Jagdpanzer for RedBjarne. This Raketan going in deep. He's gone Katyusha hunting. Doesn't find it, but the Penal's not going to find the Raketan as well. And the Katyusha's actually moving into position. Very ambitious from RedBjarne here with the Raketan. Oh, and he skates around. T-34 doesn't spot it again. Could this be the Raketan to end all Raketans? No, now it gets spotted by the mortar. Oh, that was it, right? That was it's a mortar from the supply drop, not the machine gun anymore. Man, what was I thinking before? Forgot about that.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
There's the Katyusha. Where's the Katyusha shooting at? Shooting at this quite a long-range barrage, not doing much. Once again, Jagdpanzer's there, but so is the AT gun for Talisman. It's about Vet 2, nearly Vet 3. Got a good rate of fire on it. And Stuka going through. Oh, AT gun gets decrewed, losing the variancy on it. To see the Commissar healing there coming into effect. And very impressive he's managed to keep the Panzer II alive this long, this deep in the game. Both the Okidoki players now have forward retreat points as well, so I'm going to have a slightly better map presence because of it, especially controlling that middle VP, such a small distance. Even if they get forced back by a rocket artillery barrage, they're just going to be able to like short walk back onto the battlefield from there, which will really help their VP control, which is very important because the Allies getting very low on VPs. That could be their undoing this game. They're getting some good pickoffs, but the VP control for the Axis very, very strong. 3 mediums in the middle now for the Allies. Looks like they're trying to do some damage over here. Commissar providing some forced retreat action. Jagdpanzer now rotating as well as a Raketen.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Katyusha targeting another long-range barrage. Oh, but he actually gets a kill just by chance. Stern Pioneers running across the battlefield actually get destroyed there, and now this AT gun in jeopardy. 2 Raketens right here though. Cromwell's going in deep. Cromwell's going to have a tough task getting out of here with all these AT guns. He's used some smoke shells. Oh, well, looks like this Cromwell's going to go down. Yeah, there it goes. Maybe if he uses a bit of smoke, might have been able to get there, but doesn't do it. And those camouflage Raketens just providing that ambush surprise factor for these armoured movements for the Allies. Axis now also got the IR searchlight, giving them some recon info, and they're going for the triple cap here. Allies in big trouble. These Katyushas, honestly, just haven't quite been enough. It's got a second one now, actually. Yeah, 6 kills on this one. It's been on the field for a long time. Oh, and he just lost a penal there. Well, you can see now the Axis have taken over in terms of army size. About a 20 supply lead for them now. TüMe does have a lot of resources. Still a lot of manpower. He's dropping in another air resupply operation as well.
We're down to 100 points now.
Katyusha long range barrage, try and target these team weapons, but scatter on that range is just, they're not going to be effective enough. Another barrage targeting this area, but not getting too lucky. But he's trying to use them at a very safe range, Perhaps worried about a Jagdpanzer poking its head around the corner, getting a shot off, or maybe another Raketen creeping up and getting the snipe. So perhaps that's why he's using them such a long range. Playing very safe. Uh-oh. Once again, trying to go after this Panzer II. The AT guns there dissuade him from chasing any further. Oh! 6-pounder stolen, goes down. Cromwell could go back in now. He's not doing it. Oh, but this gets destroyed by the 6-pounder. He brought it up to destroy it. Nice move by TüMe. Now he's going in. He's going for the crush. Not quite. Talisman's still got the AT gun. Double Raketens, 1-2 punch. Cromwell has to get out of there. TüMe can't really stick around.
We've 75 points left.
Force retreat. 6-pounder there, but just out of range of the tank. I have to bring that up. Lies very low on VPs. Got a 223 back here, providing some extra munitions income. Not sure why. He's already got 900. Don't have too much to spend your munitions on. With this commander, you can just spam the emergency repairs, really. Which is actually pretty handy. Does heal about half of a medium tank's health. Axis desperate to try to drain off these last few VPs. Quite a infantry push here from TüMe in the south, though. No suppression, but finally got a tank for dzokonda after losing so many of his HQs. He's finally built one in the middle. Got himself out of Panzer IV. Double AT guns making a push on the battle group. In fact, that's 3 AT guns. It's got to be right for the walking Stuka. Here it comes. Oh, this could be devastating. They're splitting. Goes for a lengthways barrage. One of them gets decrewed, but still 2 more. Cromwell's there as well. So is the Jagdpanzer, though. And 2 Raketen squaring up now. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Cromwell goes down. Jagdpanzer bouncing shots here. Allies going for all-in tank push. Crocodile is on the field as well. That's why they're going in for it. Need to get the Crocodile onto these Raketens, though. It's got to be its number 1 target. Remember, the Crocodile now has a full 160 damage gun. Crocodile going after the Raketens. He's burning them out really quickly. There it goes. But the Croc is heavily wounded after that. Shreddy 5 trying to kill this with attack grounds through the building, not having much luck. There he goes. AT gun from the side gets the kill. So a destructive push by the Allies on the back of the Cromwell hitting the field. Knock out a huge amount of the Axis infantry and vehicles, but only 55 VPs left. They got to be careful. SU-85. Uh-oh, Jagdpanzer's back up to full, and he's coming around to dish it out to this SU-85. Oh, and that's going to go down for sure now, taking engine damage. AT gun nowhere near for support. SU-85 is just like resigned to its fate. He's going to go for the maximum amount of damage.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
Just to flank the machine gun covering that VP, so Axis could still drain some more VPs here. Ober's now up to Vic 2 as well. How is there negative cover like right there? I don't understand. Some weird points in this map. Backpedals a little bit, waits for the T-34 to arrive. You should rush to the forward base. Oh, that's very close to death as well. A couple more rockets hit it, it will go down. There it goes. So the forward bases finally go down, but the Axis did get a lot of value out of them. Oh my god, the artillery from the base. Knocking out the capping squad there, and now Axis are in big trouble here. Uh-oh, oh, T-34 takes a shot. Oh, but the Faust somehow hits the dirt, but doesn't matter, goes in for the ram. And that's going to be it for the T-34. Resigned to his fate. Didn't penetrate the Jagdpanzer, which does just about nothing. Hail Mary ram. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened there. I guess it's because he went for a ram. Somehow the Faust bugged out. Oh, here, King Tiger. Good choice actually from RedBjarne, because King Tigers smash the crocodile, absolutely destroy it. Huge damage from the gun. With good enough penetration, just dominate the crocodile. Especially because TüMe doesn't have a Firefly, which is the usual companion to return fire on the KT, so Allies are a little bit lacking on the AT department. Do have a fresh SU-85, but this King Tiger could do some damage if these AT guns are out of position, or if they get knocked out by the walking Stuka. It's still on the field. I think it is targeting them. Oh, it gets too close to the HQ. Stops about 2 of those rockets from coming through. Almost knocks out the 2 AT guns. They're going to have to go back for healing now. Now, Jagdpanzer Vet 2, you can't fight it with the SU-85. Doesn't have damage output required. It's got the bonus health of Vet 2. Now, using the Panzer 4 with the heat rounds. Not sure what he's doing with his infantry charge here. He's kind of just throwing his infantry models in. Perhaps trying to get sight for the Katyusha for the lower scatter. Oh, he got an artillery flare close to it. Now the King Tiger's coming around the side. Oh, doesn't retreat the AT gun. Big mistake. SU-85 misses its shot on, but so does the Jagdpanzer. Doesn't decide to chase any further. AT guns coming back out, even though they're not reinforced. Allies in a tricky spot, 55 VPs, but also the Axis draining out fast. Mortar's going to work in the middle. SU-85 doing a good job. Trying some AT fire, and we've also got the Sturmvik trying to stop the cap in the middle. Jagdpanzer there as well though. Oh, SU-85 getting some cheeky long range shots thanks to the focus sight mode. And in comes the Crocodile. He wants to stop the cap here. Did the planes get shot down already? How did that happen? Guess that's just dumb luck from flak base mode? No, not even that. Just dumb luck from Pintles, I guess. Very unlucky for Talisman there. This plane's getting shot down so quickly. Always using the cautious movement here, creeping in with the Jagdpanzer, but it gets spotted by a Katyusha shell, and now we've got the Firefly there as well, but everything's missing on the Jagdpanzer right here, except the tulip rockets, but the Rakitten gets decrewed, and the Firefly's not chasing in. And looks like the Axis working on a triple cap here. That could be the end of the Allies. They avoid that barrage. I believe that these Royal Engineers have slightly faster repair speed than the usual, so we'll be able to get these tanks back into fighting form very quickly. Okay, he's charging in, but we have some tank artillery coming in. Tank commander artillery. Doesn't do too much. Just barrage in the middle, but not getting too much damage done. Allies making a big push in the middle and in the south. Panzer 4 goes down. Oh, so many infantry losses. For another Su-85. 25 VPs left for the Allies. This is so tense. Huge walking Stuka barrage, knocking out so many units. Long range Katyusha onto the HQ, doing some good damage. Su-85 charging through the middle. Crocodile also charging in. Forcing those squads back to the forward retreat point. Just capping here in the north. The King Tiger up there. Oh my god, this is so tense. Allies seem like they're turning the tide slowly, but can they do it before the VPs run out? Goes for a close range Katyusha barrage. Ideally would have been able to force a retreat with the Crocodile and then barrage the HQ to follow up. A lot of damaged tanks here for the Allies though. Could this lull in power whilst they need to repair their tanks be enough for the Axis to push through, get the last 24 VPs off the counter? It could be.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Crocodile is there though. Let's roast that squad out so quickly. The Commissar there ready to pop the fear propaganda whenever a squad tries to cap in the middle. It's a good strategy in these tense VP situations. Oh, Jagdpanzer come around the side. I think he wants to go after some of these low vehicles. Looks like Su-85 could go down here. Jagdpanzer also in a dangerous position. Vetted up Jagdpanzer goes down. Su-85 still pumping away. In comes the King Tiger though. We need some AT guns over here. One in base. Okay, the Axis actually do decide to back down. Don't know what could be around the corner. Machine gun set up to cover this VP currently. Probably going to be in the middle. No, he's going for the HQ. And the R2 repairing squads here. That could be devastating. Ooh. The Vet 3 Su-85 just so powerful. stopping any pushes, but another Jagdpanzer for dzokonda. And here comes the crocodile. Can target from the side. But the Axis have got enough armor here though to hold the line. Gotta be careful with this Firefly. Finally the Rakiten's up here though to help. Bouncing its shots, so is the Firefly. So is the SU-85, everything bouncing off the KT here. 11 VP, 16, or 16 rather. Ooh, Satchel. But he can't beat the penal. Allies desperate here, 14, 13 VPs. They need to get them under control right now, otherwise they're going to lose. Crocodile's just got to go in here. He's going in. He's using the fair propaganda. They've got to go in, 10 VPs. Just get in there with the croc, mate. They have to go all in here, otherwise they're going to lose. 8, 7. Axis just trying to chuck units into the middle, stop the neutralize here. Can they do it? Just crazy armor. They do. 5 VPs left. Now the King Tiger in massive trouble. What's a Centaur? What's a Centaur going to do against King Tiger? A lot of Axis armor went down there. But also the Allies' armor is out of commission. Oh. And Axis still got 91 VPs to turn this game around, but Allies now in the lead. Such a back and forth game. Gonna take a long time to repair all these tanks up though. Oh, nice attack ground there from Talisman. Getting some good hits on the Jagdpanzer for free here. Jagdpanzer trying to knock out the Rakiten. Has to back down. Ober's up here standing guard. I'm not sure if he's got a booby trap on this point. Might not show. With the other flares on the point as well. Penal should be able to win this though, even though the Ober's a vet 4. Unless he uses the suppressing fire. Really, are the Ober's going to win this? 2 models versus 6. Centaur coming over here to try and hold this VP. And they do. Allies holding the line, but... Oh no, he's going to charge right through the frangible. He's going to take so much health damage. Can this Ober hold the line? Axis capping in the middle. Allies draining out. 4 VPs left. Oh! Oh my god, what a grenade! Oh, the officer model takes it down, but 1 VP left. It's too late. Oh, so tense. What a crazy game that was. Axis just holding on by the skin of their teeth. Allies almost pulling it back on the back of that crocodile hitting the field, but not quite. A little bit too late. And just incredible play here. Like, good use of the forward bases by the Axis. They got punished trying to set up the flak base over here a couple times. But the forward retreat points allowed them to keep a lot of pressure on the VPs. This fuel never got harassed thanks to this one up here. And yeah, the Allies just didn't quite get back into it in time. Very tense game, great match. So here we are for game 2 between these two teams, Poland versus Finland. Game 1 was a cracking match, so I hope we see a repeat performance. This time we've got RedBjarne as the Soviets, going for tier 1 start. dzokonda as the Brits, got Royal Artillery. Not like the commander, so no surprise at what he's going to go for. Not going to see the same strategy as we saw in game 1 from the team from Finland. Meanwhile, TüMe locking in German infantry straight away. Guess he wants those 5-man squads. Might see the 250 half-track. Talisman as OKW. So straight away Talisman actually running up here with his Doom Pioneers. Slight deviation to what we saw from the other team playing as Axis, where they tried to control both these houses immediately. Talisman instead going straight for the fuel. Still providing a quick squad to this garrison, making sure you don't lose control of this. If you lose control of this one or this one in the early game outside your cutoffs, it can be a massive headache. So he's making sure that doesn't happen. Eli's just doing some capping as well, also trying to maintain control of these important buildings in the early game. But Grenadier sneaking down onto this building. This is a pretty strong building, even on the... This is quite often a black side, but on this building it's actually got 2 windows. So pretty decently strong in all directions. And yeah, it can be a real headache to get a unit out of here. Tommy's going to work though. Two of them behind light cover should be able to win this engagement. Should probably shoot at this squad preferentially, because except maybe 2 of those models are actually not behind cover. These bushes often look like you're on cover, but you're actually not. So I'll be trying to shoot at those preferentially. Got more squads coming in from the north though, forcing away this squad. The other squad disengaged to the south that got forced. We might have a scrap here between the Pioneers. Pioneers need to stay on top of the section though. Let's try to maintain control of the building. But because there's nothing else to come to support, you need to stay on top of it. Here comes the Universal Carrier squad coming forward for the Faust. Slightly late reaction, the Faust's going to connect. Unfortunate for dzokonda. I have to use the self-repair on that immediately. No, he's not. He's upgrading it with a machine gun. Why would you do that? He's building a machine gun as well, so he doesn't have any repairs coming through anytime soon.
Machine gun crew awaiting orders.
Oh, that's a bit of a waste. Double Penals up here in the north, forcing away Talisman squads.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Stuck around a little bit too long there. He's just, as I said, he's maintained control of this building. So important. But now these Penals could actually, from this heavy cover position, just win this engagement. Oh, especially with the flamethrower squad coming in. Uh-oh. And Talisman is well known for, at least in 1v1s, not going for a Raketin. So we'll see if he does the same strategy here. See the players last game. Oh, Penals get forced away. Go for a Raketin early, especially when you're up against double light vehicles, both the Universal Carrier and the M3. But as I said, Talisman never did it in GCS2, so probably wouldn't expect him to go for one here. Grenadier's running around trying to find a Faust on the scout car, but not having much success. Could try to get the wipe on this retreating penal squad. Unlikely to, but might be possible. Oh, that was a massive flame burst into the garrison. Oh, that squad must go down now. Well timed flame burst there. And that bonus damage against units inside the building. Big loss early for TüMe. Oh, got close enough for the Faust. He's going to try to get the wipe though. And he does! Oh, and now the Kubel in trouble as well. Just gets away, but in comes a big blob. It looks like the M3 is going to go down here just to small arms. Oh, but he's not chasing. He needs to keep chasing it down. Does get it. Here comes a flamer car of its own. It's time for TüMe. 250. The flamethrower inside. Causing all sorts of headaches. Good to see this in use. That's why all these squads are, but he's got to be careful.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Exposing his rear armor to this machine gun. No, it's going to be right. AC coming in, but still a lot of retreat's going to be forced here. Over the Allies in a good map control situation on the back of killing that grenadier early, and because he went for this car, very light on infantry. But TüMe is going for a pretty fast 222 on the back of this. Does that even work against the squad inside? It looks like there's a little bit of damage going into that Pioneer, honestly. Might just be like the damage from the flame on the ground. Not sure. This is not something you get to see too often. A flamethrower shooting at a squad inside a half track like that. And AC sounds like it's coming over here. 222 going after the universal carrier. Looks like he's going to be able to get that. But could lose his AC. Following that up. It's having a few pathing issues getting around this vehicle wreck. He's trying to sandbag. Oh, and he does. He gets the ghost bag off. It's going to go down anyway, most likely, but that definitely sealed it. Ghost bagging not disallowed in this tournament. Fair game. Oh, look at this body block. Oh, that's big trouble for Talisman. I think it's going to get away, but that hurt. And this is a big army, and they take down the Kubel as well. I don't think he was watching that. Penal's now taking quite a lot of damage though. Getting chased down by actually the entire Soviet army. Drops a Penal to try allow him to soft retreat to some advantageous cover positions. And the Allies are actually cutting off the Axis right now. Here comes the flamethrower. Oh, he's trying to put a demo down on this building, but it looks like that got spotted and he cancels it just in the nick of time. Close call. TüMe zoning out the AEC with its 10 superior range. But still the Allies, you know, they've got a couple pickoffs here early. Off to a pretty strong start, have better map control for sure. So they've got off to a pretty decent start. Talisman not taking any risks, not going to put his trucks forward, especially when you're up against Royal Artillery. You're basically guaranteed for some concentration barrages to come in, as well as Sexton if you do put a HQ forward. So understandable that he's putting his truck in base, trying to keep it safe. Even though, you know, having a truck in these positions is very handy. You can just reverse your vehicles down the road for the repairs. He's not going to take that risk with Royal Artillery in the loadout. Nice aggressive play there, jumping out on the correct side, and now this truck 250 could be in trouble. No, AEC misses a critical shot there. If he'd landed that shot, he probably would have chased in for the kill, but because he missed it, not going to happen. And these penals. Oh, why did he get out on that side? Is there wire? Oh, there is wire on that door. I didn't even notice that. Nice work. And the Allies wiring off that exit. Almost lost the Grenadier as a result. And yeah, just overpowered. Really have to fight blob versus blob in those kind of engagements, and Talisman didn't have the units there. Oh, MG42 goes down. Didn't see that. But Grenadier went down there, losing the MG42. TüMe's lost a lot of units. He's trying to stop this combat engineer from stealing it away, but even if they don't get it, it's going to be the penals coming from the other side. And that's probably even worse. Penals getting control of these. Desperately trying to stop the cap. If you park on top of it, it can make it quite tricky to pick up, but not happening. Oh, that is a nightmare scenario. Penals with the MG. Oh, but the AC in trouble. Rekedden gets a shot in. TüMe going in for the chase. AC backing away. Engineers have got snares now, remember. So he's backing towards the engineering squad. But the TüMe gets the killing blow. Didn't bring... Maybe if he brought that squad up with the threat of the snare, he would have forced it away. 250 going in. He's made really good use of this 250. But it could go down here. 6-pounder. Needs one more shot. Oof, close call. Still, the Allies have been making those aggressive plays with the blob of penals. Doing some real damage every time they push forwards. And stealing that MG42 now, that's a nightmare because penals get such good veterancy because they don't have weapon upgrades. That when they do manage to pick up a weapon upgrade, they become very strong with it. The veterancy bonuses apply to it very effectively. Pyro's coming in on the flank, but here comes the blob of Tommies. Going to shut down that Pyro flank very, very quickly. Second machine gun in the building. But here comes the walking Stuka. Looks like he's targeting machine gun and the infantry here. Doesn't do too much damage, I have to say. Haven't been too impressed with Talisman's rocket artillery usage in these two games. So far, at least. Satchel going into the cover, stopping this Volkswagen from taking it. Oh, and he dodges that one narrowly. But this blob of penals is a real handful for Talisman. He's the flamethrower card to turn the tide, but Allies playing this very aggressively. Oh, don't lose your machine gun. Getting double fuel. These penal blobs just causing real headaches, and because Talisman doesn't have a looks, can't really punish it this hard. TüMe doesn't have enough anti-infantry firepower to really dish it out. 250 has been pretty effective, but not quite strong enough. We're actually seeing a side tick as well to Tier 2's got a couple maxims out that should really help the Allies maintain control of the territory that they steal on the back of these big penal assaults. Which is something we didn't see from Von Ivan's team, which I thought they really should have done. So Team Reto showing us a very effective strategy here. And because obviously, you know, we saw the Finnish team airdrop in team weapons. Oh man, AT gun misses. Very small target size on the 250. So he's going to be able to get away with it. Opportunity's coming in, but no, that's not going to work. Yeah, full retreat. Yeah, not enough anti-infantry right now for the Axis. Especially after losing 2 Grenadiers, they are a bit light on the field. We have fuel cache down for the Axis as well. And now we've got some stormtroopers. Looks like he tried to call them in on a building, but the building was occupied, so they just come in from the battlefield. Maybe you do have to upgrade them with the submachine gun package. Oh! Oh! That was a close call. If you want them to really dish it out with those strong submachine guns. That looked like a better walking Stuka barrage. 9 kills now. Oh! TüMe gets a wipe. Could get another one here. If he chases, he needs to stay close for the machine gun to keep doing good damage. He's chasing. And he gets the kill on the LMG squad as well. Nice pick off there from Talisman on the back of that walking Stuka barrage. Makes me eat my words from earlier. Redeeming himself with that rocket artillery barrage and the follow-up from the TüMe. But still, the allies controlling double fuel axis having trouble with their map control. And it looks like TüMe perhaps unaware that you need to upgrade them. Hasn't done it yet. Before that they just have regular Grenadier Kar 98s, I believe. They might be slightly stronger than Grenadiers, I'm not sure. But certainly not worth the cost of admission. And here comes the blob. Ooh, late retreat! No retreat! Oh yeah, he's finally upgraded them. He's got round on the flank, but we've got a lot of LMGs here. Throws a bundle grenade. Oh, that's an incendiary grenade, isn't it? This is a reposition, but here comes the Cromwell. Very quick Cromwell, thanks to the strong fuel control the allies have had. And the Axis not really equipped to deal with it. He's got a pack rolling out now, but it's too far away, and he could actually lose this Grenadier on retreat now as well to the Cromwell. Which is not going to chase, so it's going to get away.
We have lost an MG team.
Oh no, MG42 goes down. TüMe's there. TüMe's got Vet 1 as well. Can use target weak point. Oh, not target weak point. Aim shot, and he does. Locking the turrets, but the AT gun's now getting blasted down. Needs one more shot on this to kill it. TüMe needs to get in there. TüMe misses. AT grenade connects. Uh-oh. Oh, gets the kill. Close call.
The enemy have knocked out a Cromwell tank.
Okay, he's activated the suppression mode, but then he cancels it right as the suppression started to kick in. Not sure why. Could have won the engagement if he just stuck it out there. Waited for the suppression to kick in on both squads. This is perhaps the reason. In comes T-34. Walking Stuka barrage way off target. And T-34 going on the chase here. Could find the walking Stuka. It's going after the TüMe, I believe. There goes the TüMe. Oh, walking Stuka as well. Oh, it's abandoned. They're calling in the planes. He has to stick around for one more shot, but he gets it off. Oh, it's out of control. Oh, no. Oh, it's out of control. Takes down the 250 as well. A crushing blow to the Axis, losing 3 of their vehicles in quick succession there. Oh man, it's going to be hard to recover from that loss. Very, very hard indeed. Now, dzokonda putting up forward HQ. Looks like that's a key part of Team Reto's strategy. You want to use those forward HQs, both on Axis and as allies, combined with blobbing tactics to maintain very good VP and map control. Really keep the pressure on their opponents.
Artillery can be targeted on enemy forces in our territory.
Axis trying to put up a flak base, trying to hold on to some map control. TüMe must be, yeah, okay, he must be close to being able to field a tank, and he is indeed. He's a little bit more manpower. Looks like he's going to go for the Rumbeer first.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Nice rifle grenade, doesn't quite get the kill. So it must be a demo. Just around the corner there. Does Talisman even have a Rakitten? He does. Rolling out onto the field, but it's very low. Could get decrewed extremely easily. Misses that first shot as well. That's unfortunate. Pack's there as well, though. It's gonna put that out of commission for some repairs for a while. Look at this super aggressive mortar pit. The forward base right here, with the forward retreat point as well. He backs himself to be able to keep this safe, and this position is going to be very hard for the allies to move around the map without getting blasted by this mortar pit. We're finally hitting the field, but it is a little bit late. Second T-34 hitting the field for RedBjarne now as well. Triple cap, but VP's close to even. Well, I didn't think that that was in range. Saw the edge of the range, but maybe that's the auto fire range, that's the barrage range. I can't remember how that works exactly. Okay, planes putting pressure on the squads trying to capture in the north. Talisman just about has enough to field himself a tank. Looks like he's going to go for a Panzer IV. Should probably get a second Rakitten while he's at it as well. He's got a lot of manpower floating right now. So how effective the... yeah, now he's doing it. So effective the double Rakittens were for Team Reto last game. Desperately trying to cap the fuel, and he's going to secure it before being forced away, but could lose the squad on retreat now if he gets unlucky. Okay, now the Axis calling in a fragmentation bombing run. Brace on cooldown. I don't think this is going to get the knockout. Ooh, so close. Needs one more shot. And there it goes. Fragmentation bombing run, pretty effective against things like forward assemblies and mortar pits there, as you saw. And that wasn't even like a full barrage. I think if he'd done a little bit deeper,
The enemy are at 200 points.
might have landed, might have been able to destroy it outright. Panzerwerfer coming in for TüMe. Gonna have to be careful though, with they don't have that much anti-tank. Could get overrun by this T-34 swarm. Talisman did field himself the Panzer IV, hitting the field now, but he might even need a third Rakitten here. Honestly, he's got the manpower spear. When you get 3 Rakittens like that, probably best to use 2 of them in one control group together as your main fighting force, and just use the third one just sitting somewhere around the map, not really actively using it. Save yourself some micro. 3 T-34s now threatening the Axis. Panzer IV comes over to try and help. Looks like this is a combined push onto the flak base with a Zis as well. Rumbear needs to fire into life. Can't be sitting around doing nothing like this. Very tense situation here for the Axis. They lose this flak base, the game is over. Nice Maxim positioning here. With some real headaches for the Axis. Oh, and in comes some howitzer fire. Oh, that's a Zis barrage. Doing some crazy damage. Okay, finally the Rumbear's joining in now. Back base in trouble. Getting repaired up, so Axis hang on here. Pack's over here now as well. Axis looking for a counter-strike against this offensive. Maybe if they can decrew the Zis. Pack needs to bring the pack up and support a little bit late. Panzer IV using the heat rounds here, guaranteeing the penetration. Missing that shot though. Oh! A T-gun comes in from the backs and Talisman loses his Panzer IV there. He's trying to use it aggressively, knowing that they're in a big hole. Trying to dig themselves out, but backfires there. Nice support play from dzokonda. And the Axis just unable to get themselves back in this game. That moment where they lost the walking Stuka, the Puma and the 250 to one T-34, that was just such a crushing blow. Talisman's also been floating a lot of manpower throughout this whole game. Probably should have got his Raketen Swarm a little bit earlier.
We are down to 75 points.
That's a worthless effort. Hits nothing. T-34 Swarms just about back up to full rev for another assault. Satchel onto the building. Probably going to be the end of this one now.
We are suffering heavy losses.
50 left for the Allies, Axis, but they've got just about nothing left to push with. These 5-man squads with the short retreat path was some real headaches for VP control. Rumbear needs to clear out this stolen pack. Nice shot. Good start. Doesn't quite get the job done though. He really needed that. Talisman also making assault over here. But machine gun shutting that down.
The enemy have 25 points left.
KV-8 now for RedBjarne. A little bit more anti-infantry firepower for him.
We're losing a capture point.
Does have slightly better stats these days as well. Slightly better armor and health. "17 VPs left. Axis holding on down here, but not for too much longer. And in comes a massive assault. KV-8 and 3 T-34s. KV-8 focusing the AT guns. Trying to knock them out as quickly as possible. But even if he loses everything here, as it looks like he could, it doesn't even matter because the VPs are draining out quick. Another whiff of barrage. Oh, just gets the AT gun right at the end. All the AT guns now decrewed. Desperately trying to recrew them. T-34 goes in for the crush. Ooh, good squish. Looks like it could go down to the packs, but doesn't matter. That's going to be it. dzokonda take the game after that razor close first match. Kind of a little bit more commanding in the second one. Just had a better start to the game, and the Axis couldn't quite claw their way back in. The Axis tried to play slightly risky in their plays to regain control, but T-34 knocking out those 3 pieces of armor, just so critical. Well played by Team Reto.